Hello, and welcome back to the channel. And for the regulars, was this a deck profile not on a Friday? Yeah, that's right. I'm uploading this an hour into locals. So by the time this comes out, I'll already be at locals, and that way those who attend locals won't have the foresight of what I'm playing. Well, obviously they're gonna know I'm gonna be a Yubel Fiendsmith, but they're not gonna know exactly what's in my deck. So yeah, just something I'm going to try out. Let's see how things go. See how things go, and then of course you'll see on Wednesday the how well this deck performed for me at locals. I know Austin won't be there, our usual weekly winner. So first place is as good as mine because a lot of them are blue eyes players now. So it'll be slim, easy dubs, easy dubs. Anyway, I've been rambling for a minute. I will say this list does not include Lacrima. For locals, I will have a Lacrima. So I'll probably talk about what card I shift out for that. But for this version, I've done like 3 test hands. And so if I've done things right, you should be seeing test hand number 1 right about now. The end board that I did the very first time testing out Yubel Fiendsmith. I know it's not the best of end boards, and then end board number 2 is even more dire of an end board. But then end board number 3 is where I stride for, and that one, end board number 3, took a massive amount of resources to end on those 9 to 10 interruptions or 11 interruptions. But anyway, now that's rambling over, let's crack into the deck profile on this brand new Jaden and Yubel mat. Not sponsored, by the way. This is just something that I love and I'm happy for. So, the Yubel side of things, I am playing 2 Yubel. I know a lot of Yubel Fiendsmiths just play the 1. I play 2. Let me just have those perfectly centered. And then of course the 1 Terror Incarnate. And most people would have just one of this and one of this, and then the spirits. But I am actually playing the Ultimate Nightmare in mine because it again in my playtesting it does come up, and I like having them there. So that speaking of spirits, I am playing it at 2 in this list. And 2 seems to be fine. If I feel like I need a third, I'm sure I can cut something down to play that. But of course, I am still playing the 3 Samsar D Lotus, which is a very good card. And back in the day, it used to be a 1-card combo for me before I added in the Fiendsmiths. I may as well, and then why am I going for Fiendsmith? I hear none of you asking, because this is being pre-recorded. The reason is because, well, I have nearly all the cards, and I may as well take a whack at it before the Forbidden Unlimited list drops, which could have dropped when this video goes live, because the sure shit didn't happen on Friday as of filming this. But anyway, I am playing 2 Gruesome Grey Squirmer, which if I want to add in the 3rd Spirit of Yubel, I will. I'll cut Gruesome down to 1 and add that in. Then we go on to the Field Spell, which of course is the triple Nightmare Throne, followed by the double Nightmare Pain. And that is basically the Yubel package in a nutshell. And then everything else I play, because there's 4 engines in this, and then a heap of hand traps. So we'll keep it moving. Standard Yubel stuff that you've seen. For the Dark Beckoning package, I play just the 2 Dark Beckoning beasts. I've cut it back, but I still play the 1 Chaos Summoning Beast, and then the one opening of the Spirit Gates. Now, I know some Yubel Fiendsmith lists will have that opening at 3 as well, but I think 1 is enough because it's searchable, you know. But now we are getting on to the Fiendsmith side of things. Now, remember, as I said, no Lacrima. So we have the double Fiendsmith engravers, which I regret having bought them when I did, because that was a waste of €70. But hey, at least I know that the spell Fiendsmith Tract has shot up in price. And I got that for €7. But anyway, as well, continuing on, we do of course have the one Fabled Lurie. I am playing one Sanct in this list, but when I get Lacrima, I'll probably cut that for the Lacrima. And then of course the Tract, which has gone up in price, the same with Lacrima because it's not being reprinted. I am playing a small bestial package, and that of course is the Magma Hunt, the Druis Worm, as well as the Baldrake. You know, I could have cut them out in favor for, you know, other stuff. But I like them. I do like. I prefer, you know, the visuals because they do come in handy, especially with Blue Eyes running rampant in this locals. So yeah, they'll put in a lot of work, and then of course the one Unchained, a small little Unchained package of Shavara and the Escape. And then for the non-engine pieces, we do have the one Super Polymerization. We have 1 for 1 as an extra way to get to something. Terraforming to search the field spell. And then the hand trap lineup is basically triple Ash and triple Imperm. And then to stop other hand trap, my opponent's hand traps, the one Call by the Grave. And that is my 40 card list. So moving on to the extra deck. This has also gone under Master Transformation. Not playing my trains anymore, and I'm not gonna lie, I do miss my trains. Because that has won me many a duels where I'm just like, okay, how do I go for a game here? Oh, we'll make Gustav Max, we burn for 2k, we make Lieb, we buff Lieb up to 6k, we swing. That the first attack wasn't enough to kill, well then we swing right again. So the spells, the fusions that I'm playing, of course, is the one Phantom of Yubel. I hope it comes back to 2, or even 3, maybe, you know. Maybe Joe Konami might be nice to us Yubel players, but I highly fucking doubt that. And then of course I am playing just the one Lovin' Defender. She has been cut down to 2 from 2 to 1. Then for the Fiendsmith side of thing, I am playing the one Desiree. So yeah, thankfully we know that's getting a reprint, so it's not going to get hit the same with Engraver, but everything else is up in the air. Then of course I am playing the Duke of Demise as a super poly target. Or just in case, you know, Aaron, the other Yubel player, decides to play Yubel, which I highly doubt. The one Garura for the super poly, you know, to soak up my opponent's monsters, the Blue Eyes players anyway, so to break their board, you know. Then for the XCs, of course, is the standard one DDD Wave Hacking Caesar, the one Veridos, the Bringer of the Final Times. And then moving on into the links, we have the Fiendsmith Requiem. We have Moon of the Closed Heaven. We then, of course, have SP Little Knight. We then have the one Unchained Soul Lord of Yama. Then we have Unchained Soul of Rage. We have Fiendsmith Sequence, which just recently got a holo upgrade in the OTS. Then we have Fiendsmith Agmide. And then lastly, we have Unchained Soul of Anguish. And that is the extra deck. So yeah, now moving on to the side deck, which has had a little update, because I haven't played this deck since the OTS over a month ago. But I have made a slight change. It's still practically the same, except for some new additions. So we will go through those. Starting off with the Ghost Bell and Haunted Mansion, because I believe that this is good to use against the Blue Eyes players. As soon as they use True Light, you Ghost Ogre them, blow up the True Light, and then that blows up their entire field, and then they cry. Then, of course, I am playing the Triple Lancia because there is a Malice player at locals who I went up against last week. If you missed the last returning of the road to not road to the OTS local chronicles, where I went X3. I lost every game, which is why I'm bringing this deck back instead of having some fun. Then of course is the Nib, because again the Blue Eyes players, because there's only one invoked Blue Eyes player, so Nib can definitely hurt them a lot. The other new addition being the droplets. The droplets are back. And then lastly, still is the Dimension Barrier, because there are two Raziel players, one of which isn't there, as I mentioned. He isn't here this week. But there might be the other Mitsugiri Raziel player, so I can, stop either his the XE plays or his ritual plays, which so I can fuck up both his engines, because and then again with the Blue Eyes, the Blue Eyes players, I can call Synchro and really fuck them over. If I wanted to, I could call Fusion, but then that would also fuck me over. I have learned my mistakes from that. And that's really it, because those are the only three main decks that are currently running around my local scene. But that has been the deck profile. I hope you enjoy, and as always, do come back on Wednesday when I will be able to showcase how the deck performs. So as I said, I'll probably take out Sanct for Lacrima for the list, but I'll of course make mention of that in the local chronicles video where I'm coming back for a vengeance. Anyway, I shall catch you all on the next video. Thank you all for watching. Let me know what you thought of the deck profile again in the comments down below, and I'll catch you all in the next upload.